Hello indie game fan, I have another set of awesome indie games to look forward to, so let's begin with SlavicPunk Oldtimer, a top-down shooter set in a Slavic-inspired cyberpunk world based on the works of renowned author Michał Kolkowski, where apologies in advance if I got the pronunciation wrong. It's another gritty take on this setting, where you play as a private investigator returning to a city where you used to live and confronting the all-powerful corporation in charge. It does remind me almost of a CRPG, but I don't actually know if there will be choices and RPG systems in this, but the action looks good and given the pedigree, should have a compelling narrative as well. Of course, the catchy song to the trailer of Rhythm Storm will give you an idea of what to expect, since it sure sounds like a tribute to Daft Punk to me, where this is a Vampire Survivors style bullet heaven title, but of course much flashier in presentation. You see, it is possible to make a bullet heaven title that looks unique, where there's plenty of style here, adding in rhythm combat elements, also coming to us from developer Radiant Games who made Instruments of Destruction, so I have confidence that this will be good.
Welcome aboard the SDF Catalina, where I, Princess Euphora, Captain and Last Regent, will gather survivors and lead our people to safety. Pursued by a relentless enemy with no place to call home, our only option is escape.
I was holding off for a gameplay trailer before I showed Jumplight Odyssey off, since they did release a gorgeous anime trailer earlier, but gameplay is king, so here we are. This is a roguelite colony sim where you are the captain of your own starship, escaping from an enemy armada as you desperately try to make your way to safety. The art style is awesome, and it looks like one part FTL, one part RimWorld, and one part Galaxy, making this one to watch.
This starship is just like its people, in need of care, ever-growing, and capable of overcoming anything. For where there is life, there is hope.
As mentioned in the past, I'm not usually a voxel person, much preferring the 2D pixel art, but I have to say, there is a certain charm to Complex Sky, a city building title set in a polluted world, where you have the ability to build cities in the skies that extend both up and downwards. It looks charming as hell, with some complex looking management systems and research trees, making it one for fans of the genre. We have an extended look at weapons in Witchfire, a roguelite first-person shooter from the people that made Painkiller, so enjoy.
In this video, I want to show you how guns work in Witchfire. When you get a new gun, it's just a dead piece of metal. Let's take this hand cannon, called Hunger, as an example. It works as expected, can get the job done, but there's nothing special about it. Well, that's because its true power is hidden from mere mortals. All guns have powerful magic inside them, but only the witch hunters can access it. Let's see that in action. Hunger feeds on critical hits. Reloading it will give you as many extra powerful bullets as critical hits before the reload. So, for example, here I score 3 critical hits, then I reload, and now the first 3 bullets from the new clip have extra power. But that's just the first level of the hunter's attunement with the gun. The second level makes the gun even more powerful because that extra strength of bullets is no longer a flat increase. Now it also depends on the number of critical hits before the reload. Here's me scoring a critical hit, reloading, and firing that new extra strength bullet at another enemy. Nope, that was not enough to kill him. But now let's see what happens if I score, say, 3 critical hits, reload, then shoot the same enemy. There we go, this time just 1 bullet was enough. As you can see, this particular weapon is one for an eagle-eye hunter because it can only sing if you hit your crits. But when you do hit them, you become a powerful, evil killing machine. And that's how the gun magic works in Witchfire. Thank you for watching, and by the way, yes, there's also the final third level of attunement. And in the case of hunger, it can do things like this.
A curious-looking first-person survival title that got my attention is Survival Fountain of Youth, one that is pretty much as advertised, where it is set in the Age of Discovery, somewhere between the 1400s and 1500s, where you are a member of a crew sent on an expedition to locate the Fountain of Youth. As such, it does seem to be on the realistic end of things, although there might be a mystical twist, but it looks like a good one of these and has potential.
Valiant adventurers once fought to bring peace to the realm of Referral and avenge a murdered king. But now, a new peril threatens its people. The once peaceful and benevolent queen has turned against her subjects, casting Referral into darkness and despair. The resistance is rising, and the fight for freedom has begun.
We did also get a new look at For the King 2, the sequel to an excellent roguelite RPG that looks to be similar in many ways, where I remember this being rather brutal in difficulty but had a charm of its own, making this one to watch for later this year.
To bolster our ranks. The fate of Referral lies in the hands of the resistance. The time to act is now. Will you join us, adventurer?
Many people have attempted to write about the things that have taken place among us. Reports of these things were handed down to us. There were people who saw these things for themselves from the beginning. They saw them and then passed the word on.
I'm not a religious person myself, so I don't quite know what to make of I Am Jesus Christ, a first-person simulation title that tells the tale of Christ from birth to resurrection. I don't know how straight the developers are playing this, or if it is just a straight meme game where you can mess around, where this trailer shows all the classics like turning water into wine, curing the sick, walking on water, and even attending the Last Supper, so I just thought I'll put this out there to get your thoughts.
Please, Lord, just heal my son.
Lord, if it's you, Peter replied, tell me to come to you on the water.
I am doing this for you. I want you to know that the things you have been taught are true.
I'm excited to share this title since Punch Club 2 Fast Forward is the sequel to a game from 2016, both being similar time management simulation titles. We are training up to become a world champion boxer, but where this is set 20 years after the original. Somehow, technology has advanced very rapidly since then, shifting into an almost cyberpunk-style dystopian hellscape where you might just become the savior of humanity in their fight against the mega corporation. The pixel art continues to look great, with some fancy new upgrades and progression systems as well, making me very excited for this. I'm very happy to share the news on this title since this pixel art tactical RPG is excellent, at one point describing itself as Diablo meets Dynasty Warriors and Final Fantasy Tactics, where it would have spent almost 2 years in early access and is releasing soon. You're fending off waves of powerful monsters as you protect the last bastion of humanity and the mages within as they summon up their power to cast the last spell to banish all magic from the world. Being very compelling, you can watch this video for more upcoming pixel art titles.